Hey guys, what's happening? Are you like me? Do you like having an unexpected expense come up when you don't have a way to pay for it because you don't have an emergency fund or no money set aside where you can access that and get your bill paid off? I know I do. Well, actually I don't. And if you don't either, stay tuned because I'm going to tell you about 4 ways that you can start to build your emergency fund. The first way that you can start to build an emergency fund is through increasing your income. Now, increasing your income may mean getting a raise from your job. Sometimes that can be difficult to do, so you might have to think about other ways to increase your income. You may need to take on an extra job to get some more income. That might mean going to a retailer or a grocery store and working a few hours a week. It might involve working at, for example, a pizza delivery place. It doesn't matter how you make the money, as long as it's legal, moral, and ethical. Get some money, you can start to build up your emergency fund, especially if your income and expenses are pretty close to each other. And that income doesn't have to come from a job. You might be able to get some freelance writing work on the internet. You may be able to fill out some online surveys and get a few bucks here and there. Any bit of money you can make can help you increase your income and then also go into your emergency fund and start to build that up. The second option you have for increasing your emergency fund is through decreasing your expenses. If you drive around a lot and your driving's not tied to your job or going to school, you can stop driving so much, cut down on your gas. It'll also cut down on the wear and tear on your vehicle. Another option that you have is if you like to, for example, leave the thermostat up around 74 degrees during the winter or down at 68 degrees during the summer, you can throttle that back. If you're at home, you can throttle it back a little bit. On the other hand, if you and everybody else in your household is at work or school during the day, you can throttle it down a lot. For example, instead of leaving the house at 74 degrees in the winter, while you're not home, you could drop it down to 62 or 65 and then simply turn it up when you get home. You'll be toasty within a few minutes and you'll save some money on your heating and cooling costs in the process. Another way that you can cut your expenses is by cutting the cable. You can just snip the cord and do away with that expense. Many people are paying $100 or $150 a month when if you don't watch a lot of TV, that's an expense that's basically swirling down the drain into the toilet. Instead of doing that, why don't you get a Netflix or a Hulu or a Disney Plus subscription? It's just a few bucks compared to the big Mongo super duper cable subscription. It'll save you a lot of money, your expenses will come down, and you'll be able to put that money towards your emergency fund. Option number 3 in dealing with and building up your emergency fund has to do with windfalls. Just about every American will get a windfall at some point in their lives. That could be an inheritance, it could be a gift, and it could also be a tax return. Your tax refund, if you're the average American, will be around $3,100. It could be above that, it could be below that. But regardless of what it is, you are likely to get a tax refund, and you could put that towards your emergency fund. You may be tempted to go to Disneyland. Don't do it. Put your emergency fund in place so that you have the funds to take care of a problem that might arise without having to dip into a credit card or a loan. Now, if you're getting the average of $3,100, a smarter thing might be to go to your HR office and basically tell them to cut your withholding by $250 a month. That way you won't get a refund, but you will be able to put that money into an emergency fund more rapidly. You'll get a little bit of interest, and you won't be giving the government an interest-free loan, and that's a win-win situation for you. Option 4 for building up an emergency fund just simply has to do with selling some stuff around your home. The average American household has over 300,000 items available to them, and if you just got 1 penny for each of those items, you get 3,000 bone. Now, a lot of those things might not be beneficial to other people. You know, it might be family pictures or heirlooms, but those things that are not family pictures or heirlooms you could sell. You could make some money on it that could go into your emergency fund. So there you have it. 4 ways that you could build your emergency fund up without much pain. And if you enjoyed the video, found it entertaining or enjoyable, give us a thumbs up by smashing the like button. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell to learn when the next video comes online. Until next time, this has been Chris Hack's Life. Have a great day.